I'd like to take a moment to thank my channel members for your continued support. Thank you, and consider joining today for added perks and exclusive content.
Autobots, roll out!
Hello and welcome to That's Just Prime, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Transformers Kingdom Core Class Optimus Prime oversized knockoff, and I love this toy. So this is a figure that I was made aware of by my friend Fire Talks. You can find Fire Talks here on YouTube. Go check him out. I'll put a link to him right here. He's part of a group chat that I'm participate in. And he sent me a link to this, and he ordered one. He did a review on it. He sent me a link, and he's like, hey, man, these are on AliExpress for $15. I'm like, oh, sold. That's all I needed to know. You guys know me. I like Optimus Prime figures, and I like these really cool and interesting knockoffs that we find overseas sometimes. And this guy is so cool. So as you saw just now, this is a KO of the Core Class Optimus Prime that we got last year, just blown up to huge proportions, and it's absolutely awesome. He retailed for approximately $15, and that was shipped, arrived at my door for $15. Absolutely love it. And as you can see, this is the exact same as the Core Class Optimus Prime, just done up in a bigger size. He's got brighter colors. There's a few color changes here and there. I'm going to address those in just a moment, but as you can see, in fact, why don't we get to those right now? So as you can see, the reds are definitely a lot brighter, a lot richer. Here on the silvers, they didn't fill in the headlights. They just kind of did the trim on those. I'm probably just going to go in and paint those myself. Same thing with the bumpers right here in the front bumper. They kind of left the lights themselves. They didn't fill those in, whereas the actual official one is painted all the way through. They also didn't paint the bottom of the bumper right here. I'm probably just going to take a Sharpie to it. It doesn't really bother me. Going around the side here, where we got the red panel here on the outside of Optimus's arm to kind of fill in that red. They kind of left that one here blue. I might take an airbrush to it, not sure. Same thing up here where we got the gray and gray. We got a gray and we got a black piece there. Again, I may just take an airbrush to this and just kind of paint it all red. I don't know yet. I haven't decided yet. The wheels weren't painted with the original one, so they're not painted with this one either. Again, I may just take a Sharpie or an airbrush to that myself. But going all the way around, yeah, that is Core Class Optimus Prime just blown up. He is approximately 5.5 inches long and about 3 inches tall. So again, very, very nice size. You just saw what he looked like next to the actual Core Class that he's copied from. Here he is next to the G1 Optimus Prime. So you can see once again, he is quite big. He did come with a weapon. The choice of weapon is very weird. He came with one of the Seeker's null rays, also blown up and out of proportion. I don't know why they chose this for his weapon. I think that is an odd choice. So fortunately, speaking of people who do 3D printing, which Fire Talks does do, I did not get this one from Fire Talks. I got this one from Larkin's Lair. So again, another one of my friends here on YouTube. Go check him out. I'll put a link to him also up here. This is one of the 3D printed Prime rifles that he sent me a while back. I had an extra one, so I immediately gave it to him, and it works perfectly fine. I guess you could, check that out. You could put that right there if you wanted to. Works perfectly well. Transformation for Prime is going to be exactly as you remember it for the Core Class figure. No changes have been made to the transformation. There are some improvements that were made to the fit and finish. I'll show those off in just a second. So let's start down here at the bottom of the body and just kind of, or the bottom of the truck rather, and separate these. These are going to be tight. The pegs on this thing are super tight. So just separate those, and there's going to be those two pegs, if I can point out to them, right there and right there, that pegged into the bottom of the arm. In fact, why don't I pull these out to show you? So there's a peg hole right there that peg was tabbed into. So just kind of untab those, and that's going to allow you to bring the arms out. Bring them out all the way. Go ahead and grab the fists and rotate them out. And then what I like to do is I like to take the arms and just kind of bring them out to the side like that. At this point, I like to go ahead and take this front panel with the wheels here. If you remember, this is going to flip. So that's going to flip all the way around. We got two little tabs right here that are going to tab into the front of the grill right there. And that actually holds in there really, really nice. And then we're going to bring this whole waist piece up and over, or rather down and towards the front. And again, there's a little tab there that's going to clip onto this hole right here. And it's a soft kind of a click. You'll notice that. But it actually holds better. Again, this holds better than the Core Class did, and this holds better than the Core Class did. And then there's something else that's going to do that it does better here in a second. You're going to separate the legs. When you separate the legs, don't pull them apart because they're going to snap in an almost violent way. Slide the right leg forward and the left leg back like that. Just kind of slide them kind of like they're keyed in. You'll notice that these holes, they're not exactly square. They're almost like, you know, pinching in towards the ends there. So if you try to pull them, it's tight. So just kind of slide them forward like that. That's going to allow you to separate the legs. Rotate the top of the cab all the way around. Open the top panel up. And this is the part I was telling you. This also does it better than the Core Class figure. So as you bring this down, this peg is going to go into this peg hole right here. And it actually snaps into place. And it holds the whole figure really, really well. Actually, before you bring it all the way down, reach in here and push that forward. That's going to start bringing up the head just like that. And go ahead and tab that in place. Bring the head all the way up. I like to snap it up and just kind of let it sit there. Rotate the arms. And there you go. There you have our KO Oversized Optimus Prime in robot mode. And yeah, this guy looks absolutely awesome. Let me get him nice and straight here for the camera. And yeah, as you can see, he looks really great. He stands approximately 7.5, almost 8 inches tall. This guy, again, is massive. As I mentioned before, it's a different kind of plastic than what we got with the Core Class. The Core Class almost feels a little softer. This is like a harder plastic, but it's solid. It doesn't feel cheap. It actually feels really good. You can feel like this feels like a toy that a kid can play with and just kind of bang him around, and he's not going to hurt him. So it's not quite like a dollar store toy or like a kid's going to play with this. This is play approved, kid tested, play approved. This is going to pass, stand the age of time, and this is going to stand getting banged around with. So yeah, again, going all the way around, as you can see, he is exactly Core Class Optimus Prime, all the way down to the hollow bits there on the back of the legs. That's what we got with the Hasbro version, as you can see there. And just kind of going all the way around. Again, you know, I'm going to probably do some touch-ups here with the paint, fill in some of the silver, probably give him an Autobot logo right there. But as you can see, here for comparison, he is with the Core Class Prime, and he looks exactly the same. The weapon that he came with, again, is that null ray, so you can give him that if you'd like. And, you know, again, odd choice of weapon, but it works, I guess. You know, it's not a terrible, at least it came with something. But if you are so inclined, you can get yourself a 3D printed one, or you can print one out yourself with a 5mm peg, and that works also just fine. And he looks great holding that weapon. You can do some cool poses with him. There you go. I mean, who doesn't want this? This was a really cool figure. This is a little figure that actually sits up here at the top of my desk. It's right there within reach. It's like at the top and next to my monitor, my computer monitor, so I can just reach and fiddle with it all the time. This is a really cool little figure. Who doesn't want a leader class size version of it? It's absolutely awesome. Articulation wise, the head can turn side to side. The shoulders are on a ball joint. They can go in and out, forward and backwards, all the way around. The shoulders do kind of lock into place when you bring them forward. They clip into place right there. You got a ball joint at the elbow, so you can bend the elbow and you can rotate the elbow. Nothing at the waist, or sorry, at the wrist. Nothing at the waist, really. The hips are on a ball joint. You got forward, backwards. You got in and out. You got rotation. You got a ball joint at the knee, so you got a bend and a rotation at the knee. So again, yeah, cool figure. Posable, looks good, it's fun, and it's a figure that can definitely be played with. Very, very, I mean, look at that. I didn't even plan that, and it just kind of did a really cool pose right there. I usually suck at posing. A couple of quick comparisons. Once again, here he is with G1 Optimus Prime, so you can see the size. He's a really good size figure. Look at that. And then for a more modern comparison, here he is with the Earthrise Optimus Prime, leader class Optimus Prime, but Voyager size with a trailer. So we've discussed that ad nauseum here. So there you go. And again, towers over him. Absolutely massive, massive figure. Absolutely love it. These guys are on AliExpress for $15. And if you're a fan of Optimus Prime like I am, I think it's absolutely worth it. This is a really, really cool figure. And I think that about does it for the, what is it, like a deformation. It's not Transformers, it's like deformation. But it's a Kingdom Core Class KO Oversized Optimus Prime. What did you think of this figure? Let me know down in the comments. Give me some thumbs up. Subscribe and hit that bell icon so you're notified when I upload a new video. I've got a donate button. I also offer channel memberships. If you want to do either one of those, I would greatly appreciate it. Please share with your friends if you like what you see, and I'll talk to you next time on That's Just Prime.